The next witness would be the most harrowing and emotional testimony of the entire trial. Chief Medical Examiner Dr. Valerie Rowe has conducted thousands of autopsies in Jacksonville, Florida, but she said that the autopsy of little Cherish was the worst that she had ever done. The court had to view extremely disturbing images of Cherish's hundreds of injuries, and members of the jury could be seen crying during the medical examiner's testimony. With the exception of multiple ant bites, she determined that all of the injuries Cherish sustained happened prior. She went through images that showed injuries to Cherish's neck and indications that she had been strangled using a thick ligature, such as a piece of clothing. She had cuts and bruises all over her body and injuries to her eyes, nose, lips, chin, and gums that indicated that she had forcibly been kept quiet. These all were signs that pointed to a level of torture. I'm not going to play the entire testimony here because it is so graphic, but it is online if you want to watch it. I can't even imagine having to be in the courtroom to see what those jurors saw. After this portion of her testimony, Dr. Rowe had to take a break because she became so overcome with emotion. The medical examiner's testimony about the injuries that Cherish sustained to her private area were so graphic that multiple jurors started crying.
It was hard. Because as me being a mother and a grandmother and having grandkids at that age when that happened, you know, I couldn't imagine if anything like that happened to one of mine. So it was hard.
And some even say that they are still haunted by those images to this very day.
You know, the pictures themselves are graphic enough, but when you have a medical examiner telling you exactly the torture and the pain inflicted on her for who knows how long, nobody should have to go through that.
Hinson says he's trying to move ahead, but admits he experiences almost daily flashbacks.
You know, a white van, or you see somebody walking down the road that's, you know, with a kid, you know, you're going to look twice. Could that be the next Donald Smith?
In another heartbreaking visual, the little dress that Cherish was wearing was brought into the courtroom, which just reminded everyone how small, sweet, and innocent she really was. In an unexpected decision, the defense decided to not even provide a closing statement. In the words of Dawn's attorney, what could they say? In fact, they only called one witness to take the stand, which was to show Dawn's history of past behavior. Usually, a defense doesn't call a witness who can make their client look worse, but it was a tactic that they were going to utilize later in the sentencing phase of the trial. The witness they called was the 13-year-old girl who Dawn had attempted to abduct in 1992, Carrie Ann Buck.